I've made a lot of carnivore diet and fasting and walking videos. It never gets old. So, as I had mentioned in my previous video, I had a few friends that came out from Canada, extended family friends, to visit me. They were here for someone's 50th birthday party celebration and wanted me to come out. I hadn't seen these guys for husband and wife. I haven't seen them since it's been about 20 years, and they used to MC a lot of my shows when I was particularly part of a boy band in California. These guys were very closely affiliated. In fact, my best friend, his this is his family. So, but I fell off a little bit in terms of my diet this week. Obviously, when you socialize, I do the intermittent fasting lifestyle is exactly for these types of moments where you know that a night or two you're gonna kind of fall off a little bit because of the socializing, eating with a little bit more flexibility, and eating a few things that you normally wouldn't eat. And in this case, I had a lot of sodium, rice. We hit up a Japanese cuisine restaurant. A lot of salt, a lot of flavors, desserts, and then of course drinking. Right, as I mentioned, it's IPAs. I didn't have a whole lot of them, but that's a very dense in calories too, right? So what happened as a byproduct is that my stomach got a little pudgy, meaning that it's not fat or anything. I'm fairly lean, but the midsection takes a hit first, right? And so as a result, for my recovery, I knew I was going to pay the price. And so what happens is that you spiral out of control a little bit even after the party is over. And this whole week has been a very roller coaster. So I wanted to share this with you that it's by far one of my most imperfect weeks. For most people, this week is still an okay kind of week, like you've done decent, because I still got my protein intake. I still have had enough water. Maybe I didn't walk as much, but now I'm coming up to speed, right? And so I tell you that story, set the stage, that in order for me to bounce back from a rough week where I have not eaten the best, my nutrition has taken a hit, and I haven't slept too well, right? And there's been a lot more stress this week than usual. In order for me to bounce back as quickly as I can, the smartest way to bounce back for me personally is incorporating the carnivore life, the carnivore diet, and then you combine that with intermittent fasting and walking. So if I was to put that in the order and structure it, right, you're probably wondering, well, what does that look like, guy? So fasting, wake up in the morning, don't eat anything, drink water, take your steps on an empty stomach. And if you're in corporate, it's even better. You're probably saying, why? I'm in a 9 to 5, I can't do anything. Well, you can fast while you're on that job. What you don't realize is that you're stationary at a 9 to 5. You're not really exercising, you're not burning calories, you're stationary, you're at a standstill, right? And so the last thing you want to do is give your body food because you're not really hungry at that time. So I paint the picture for you. So on a regular day-to-day, let's just say you have a little bit of flexibility, you're working from home, it's a remote climate, but some days you got to go into the office, so it's hybrid. You can kind of play with your fasting windows there. But for me personally, you can never go wrong with the fasting process in itself. You're productive, you get so much done, right? And you're not really hungry. You're teaching your body and you're disciplining it that no, we're not going to eat right now, and no, you don't have the best of me. You don't have control of me, right? And then the second part is a lot of us are dehydrated. And that's the first thing you got to counter, right? Is give your body enough water, and it improves your skin, but not only that, it makes your digestion, align with how it should be. If you're going to be going to the bathroom really nicely, and I mean both, number 1 and 2, with the stool. The constipation is a real thing. And where carnivore comes in is that you eat mostly meat, right? For me, what has happened, carnivore has improved my overall digestion system. It's improved my bowel movement, completely destroyed my constipation issues, where I'm going now effortlessly. Like that, it's just beautiful to be able to pass stool at this age, right? That's something we all struggle with as we get older, but being able to take a dump in peace is actually a privilege, because there's a lot of gut issues out there in society that we don't talk about. And for me, carnivore has fixed that issue for me. And not only that, it changes your body composition, guys. Carnivore lifestyle changes your body composition completely. So you think about water, right? You're already shredding, you're peeing the fat, you're peeing the excess stuff your body doesn't need, right? You're walking fasted, you're burning calories, right? So now you're creating a deficit. Now you're getting rid of your body of toxins, right? Not to mention you're walking, right? So you're burning. There's a lot of activity going on, and your body starts getting the signals that, hey, this guy or this girl, we're working hard. Now we need to get rid of some things that we no longer need. And so what it does is, once you start defecating and detoxing all of this, you start intaking protein, which is carnivore. There's a lot more benefits to carnivore. I'm just covering a few of them here, but it completely transforms you. It gives you the body you need and you probably desire. You come close to your goal. You may not be super ripped, because there's other elements in there that we don't have to cover in this video, but you can get decently lean with this lifestyle. Carnivore gave me my life back in that sense, is because nutrition is 90% of the battle. And 90% of this lifestyle is sticking to your program, the program. The program, I just gave you this. The program is just this. Is sticking to your nutrition, sticking to your diet, sticking to your protocol, sticking to your daily habits that got you, in the best shape to begin with, and you cannot betray that. But here's the thing is, even if you fall off, you know how to bounce back. And I just gave you 3-4 ways how to bounce back to speed up your results. This can be achieved provided you stick to it. And you adhere to what I just said, right? Fasting, walking, drinking a gallon of water every single day, sleeping well, because sleep is a big one. That's the recovery stages. And then incorporating and meal prepping at home. So instead of, you can buy your food, don't get me wrong, but why don't you make it all protein just to be safe? Because you cannot go wrong. A little bit of salt is okay. It's the sugar, right, necessarily. That for me, I don't make that part of my daily diet protocol, where I'm not loading up on sugar all the time, or if sugar, if any, right? So I would pick carnivore all day, because I'm 49. I've seen what it has done to my body. I've seen the composition. I still get carded on a good sleep day. Most times, I would say 50% of the time, I'm getting carded. And it's a great problem to have, guys. So if I were you and you're looking to get into your best shape in 2025, so the cheat code is what I just gave you, is focus all, if not most of your meals around protein intake. That's the magic formula. And give yourself about 3 months for that transformation to slowly take place. What I find the challenge in all of this is that people give up. It's the power of consistency. They can't stick with it. So if you can't stick to your nutrition, what people think is that hitting the gym mindlessly and for 7 days a week is going to get you the results you need. And subconsciously, what you're doing to yourself and what you're telling yourself, which is horrible, is that you actually can outwork your bad diet, right? You fall off once, maybe twice, that's all right. But if you're doing this consistently and you're not sticking to the plan 7 days a week, right? You're just putting yourself back, man. You literally are taking a few steps back. And if you look at it, we are sort of at a cross point here, coming up almost mid 2025. I'm going to do a video soon about 2025 mid-year check-in. Where are you? So I've done this before. And so you have to ask yourself, if you haven't gotten into shape, right, what's holding you back? Because it's not like you're getting any younger. It's not like the new year, new me is a young me, right? The new year, new me, potentially you're not even there, but the new year, new me is the older you. So shouldn't it be the older you get, the wiser you get, right? You become, the wiser your choices are, So this is why I'm making these videos on this channel about nutrition, the wellness, the fasting lifestyle. Is it kind of I have to put the message out there, guys, because you don't just show up looking this way, right? You don't just walk. You don't get to this stage without not talking about my diet. On the flip side, my habits, right? Training, all of this. You don't get to this stage as well and not share life stories and testimonials and give your perspectives as to the madness going in the marketplace right now in the modern times. So I cover it all on this channel. So you're probably seeing a little bit of like all over the place, but it really comes down to having options in your life. And as a man, we have to create value. We have to bring a lot to the table. And unless you become, your best version of the good-looking guy that you want to be and be in your best shape of your life, you're not gonna get those options. And then you're gonna be in the cesspool of all the other mediocre guys struggling right now. And I don't have a problem. I don't have any problem like that. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. Take a look at my playlist. My ex-girlfriend and I have some great memories there. She's from Colombia. We had a great time together for a year and a half. She just didn't pick me because, you know, I had a cool car or a cool job. I mean, sure, but she picked me because of this lifestyle, and I taught her a few things as well. And that's the beauty of life is you move on. Once you break up, you give the good pieces. Don't be bitter and just wish her or him best. And that's it. You can't capture free will in a in a glass jar and keep it. That people are going to do what they want to do. Right? That's just life taking its course. Okay. So the next video, guys. This was a good one. I'm out.